There once was a day in the spring when darkness covered everything. At the height of the noon, it felt more like the moon, and no one quite knew what it would bring. Today is Tuesday, May 12th, 2026, and today is National Limerick Day, which seems like a good enough reason to start things off a little differently. Welcome to Wait, That's Random, This Day in History. I'm your host, C.L. Burns, voice actor, audiobook narrator, and your guide through the odd and unexpected corners of history. Let's dive in. On May 12, 1780, parts of New England experienced something unusual. In the middle of the day, the sky went dark. Not overcast, not stormy. Dark enough that people reportedly lit candles at noon. At the time, there wasn't a clear explanation. Some believed it was a sign of something larger. Others weren't sure what to make of it at all. What's known now is that a combination of factors likely caused it. Smoke from distant wildfires, heavy cloud cover, and atmospheric conditions aligning at the same time. But in the moment, none of that context existed. And that's what makes it interesting. Because without explanation, something like that doesn't just feel unusual, it feels significant. Sometimes the way something is experienced depends entirely on what people understand at the time. And sometimes what feels normal now started much slower. Today in 1907, early automobile speed limit laws began expanding across parts of the United States. At the time, cars were still new. Roads weren't designed for them. And there wasn't a clear sense yet of what fast meant in that context. Some limits were set under 10 miles per hour, slower than many modern bicycles, which makes sense given the conditions. Unpaved roads, limited braking systems, unpredictable movement. But what matters here isn't just the number, it's the adjustment. Because once something new is introduced, it takes time to define how it fits. Rules follow usage. Expectations follow experience. Sometimes what feels restrictive later starts as a way to figure things out. And sometimes a moment isn't about adapting. It's about refusing to. Today in 1963, Bob Dylan walked out of a scheduled television rehearsal. He had been set to perform, but was asked to change the song he planned to play. Instead of adjusting, he chose to leave. No performance, no compromise. And that decision stands out because it wasn't forced. It was chosen. He had the opportunity to appear, to reach a wider audience, and decided not to under those conditions. Sometimes the moment isn't defined by what someone does. It's by what they decide not to do. And those choices tend to carry forward. And sometimes what carries forward is built over time. Tony Hawk was born on May 12, 1968. He became one of the most influential skateboarders of all time. But what made his career stand out wasn't just early success, it was longevity. He continued progressing in a sport that's built around constant movement and change. And one of his most well-known movements, the 900-degree spin, didn't happen immediately. It took multiple attempts, failures, adjustments, until it finally worked. That moment became widely recognized, but it wasn't sudden. It was built. Sometimes what people remember as a breakthrough is really just the result of repeated attempts over time. At first, these don't seem connected, but they start to line up. An unexpected moment changes how something feels. A new system takes time to define itself, and a decision reshapes a path forward. Different situations, but each one shows how understanding, whether immediate or delayed, changes the outcome. Anyway, that's what came together while working through May 12th. There once was a date yet to see, what tomorrow might happen to be. So we'll leave this one here and come back same time, same year, and see what the next story will be. If you'd like to hear more of my work or explore the books and projects I've been a part of, you can find it all at waitthat'srandom.com. I'm C.L. Burns, and I appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow.